In this PowerPoint, we're going to look at the topic title, we're going to look at the introduction, the rationale, research questions, and the aims and objectives. Now, if we're looking at the topic title, identifying the right research area and the right research topic is extremely important. So really the topic title needs to be interesting and complex and compelling, and it needs to be this so that you're interested in actually completing it and ensuring that the research is actually done. Another important point in the topic title is that ideally the more successful research topics are narrowly focused and carefully defined, but are an important part of the broad ranging complex problem. And it needs to be more narrowly focused and defined because it helps to really focus on that area of research which you need to complete. If it's too broad, you may not actually be able to complete your research, and it may be too wide and too big to complete within the time period that you have. Some interesting points in terms of doing your topic title, to consider: can it be enthusiastically pursued? Can you maintain your interest in it? Is the problem solvable? Is it worth doing? Will it lead to other research problems? Is it a manageable size? And what is the potential for making an original contribution to the literature in the field? If we move on to the introduction and the rationale, well, this is the background and informs the reader of the problem or situation and the context that you're interested in. So, and then this leads on to your rationale. Why are you doing this? What is the research issue? Why is it an issue? Why is it an issue right now? And what could this research shed light on? And here you're looking for approximately 400 words, and you really need to do your research here and provide quantitative and qualitative data from different sources. Provide some stats, facts, and figures and details to set the scene and the justification of the research issue and why it's important and the rationale behind it. So you do need to do more qualitative and quantitative research and put this data in here to set the scene for the rest of the research project. And then if we move on to the research questions, we're looking at about 150 words. State minimum of 3 research questions and explain why this is important to your research. So if we take an example here, and we're focusing on a research question: how can the university community increase its economic impact on the city of Coventry? So what would be the supporting research questions? Well, these could be: how does the university currently impact the community economically? What could be done that isn't being done, and why? And what are the limitations to this research? So these can be supporting research questions which aim to try and answer the question of your topic title. And then we focus on the aims and objectives of your research, approximately 150 words. And here we're looking at the research aims and objectives, outline the main objectives of your research, provide 2 or 3 key aspects of your research. So let's take an example here of an aim and supporting objectives of a research project. So the aim here is the research aim of this dissertation is to investigate the effects of domestic violence on children in order to provide valuable insights for mitigating these negative effects and promoting healthy development of children who has witnessed domestic violence. And then the supporting objectives: to evaluate the main impacts of domestic violence on children's social, emotional, and cognitive development and behaviors based on the outcomes of a systematic literature review on the topic. Second objective: to analyze the main needs of children who witness domestic violence in order to promote their healthy development and mitigate negative impacts. And the third one: to summarize the key policy, practices, and research implications designed to mitigate the negative impacts of domestic violence on children. So here we've seen 3 key objectives and the objectives are to try and achieve your aim. Your aim is to try and achieve your, what you the whole rationale in the research or problem. And in, as we stated before, your introduction and rationale, you need to bring in some quantitative and qualitative data, stats, facts and figures to justify why you're doing this research. So I hoped this brief introduction has been of help.